sun is beating down on the roof and the air inside your house feels like a warm, wet blanket that you just can't kick off. You are scrolling through your phone, desperate for any kind of relief, when an ad pops up for a tiny glowing box that promises to chill your entire room for pennies. It looks like a total miracle. The marketing says it is a portable air conditioner. It claims to be the secret that big appliance companies do not want you to know about. But there is a massive gap between those slick marketing videos and the reality of how physics actually works. We need to be honest about what is really inside that little plastic shell. If you open it up, you will not find a compressor. You will not find refrigerant lines or a cooling coil like the one in your fridge. What you will find is a small fan and a water tank. This is not an air conditioner in the traditional sense. It is an evaporative cooler. Some people call them swamp coolers. They work by blowing air over a wet filter. This process does pull some heat out of the air, but it has huge limitations. For one, it only works well if the air is very dry. If you live somewhere with high humidity, adding more moisture to the air just makes everything feel sticky. The marketing glosses over this entirely. They show people smiling in a frosty-looking room, but they do not mention that the cool breeze only reaches about 2 feet away from the device. It is a personal cooling tool. It is great for a desk while you type. It might help if it is sitting on your nightstand pointed directly at your face, but it will never cool down a whole room. A real air conditioner has to vent heat outside through a hose or a window. This device has no vent. That means any heat it removes from the air just gets dumped right back out the other side of the unit. You are basically running a fan that makes the room more humid. The claims about saving money on electricity are technically true because a tiny fan uses very little power. However, you are not getting the cooling power of a full unit. It is like comparing a flashlight to a stadium floodlight and saying the flashlight is better because it uses fewer batteries. It just does not do the same job. People buy these things expecting a revolution in home comfort. They end up with a plastic box that requires constant refills of water and ice cubes just to stay slightly cool. It is a classic case of over-promising and under-delivering. You deserve to know that your money is going toward a glorified desk fan. Do not expect it to fight a heat wave. It is a small comfort, not a total solution. Real cooling requires moving heat out of the room. This device just stirs it around with a bit of mist. Stay smart about your purchases when the temperature rises. Do not let a flashy ad sell you a dream that the hardware cannot actually provide. It is easy to get caught up in the hype when you are sweating, but a little bit of research goes a long way. Always check if a device actually has a compressor before you believe the air conditioning claims. If it does not have a vent, it is just a fan with a water tank. Keep your expectations realistic and your wallet closed until you know the facts. High-tech marketing can be very convincing, but it cannot change the laws of science. Enjoy the personal breeze if you buy one, but keep the window unit ready for when the real heat hits. Your comfort depends on knowing the truth about these gadgets. Stay cool and stay informed.